Taylor Lautner to Joey King, let's break down all the fun Easter eggs in Taylor Swift's latest music video for I Can See You. What's up, Swifties? Lisa here, and Taylor Swift really went and did the damn thing this weekend. On Speak Now, Taylor's version release date, not only on her live tour did she sing Long Live, my personal favorite song, with her Speak Now koi fish guitar that she borrowed back from the Country Music Hall of Fame, but she also premiered her music video for the vault track for I Can See You that stars Taylor Lautner, Joey King, and Presley Cash, and she even brought them all out on stage. Then, for her secret song session, it was all Speak Now theme, where she played Never Grow Up and When Emma Falls in Love, like Kansas City Night 1 on the Eras Tour, You Really Won. But you're not here to listen to me gush over Taylor, you're here for the Easter eggs and references in the I Can See You music video, so let's get into it, because it is of course full of many Easter eggs and references. Now the music video stars, like I said, Joey King and Presley Cash, who both starred in Taylor's music video for Mean off of Speak Now way back in the day. And it stars Taylor Lautner, who, well, you probably know who he is from Twilight, but obviously Lautner co-starred with Taylor Swift in Valentine's Day. They briefly dated, and he's probably one of the only people to get an apology song from Taylor Swift with Back to December. And people seem to think that this song, I Can See You, was written about Taylor Lautner as well back in the day, mainly because of the lyric that goes, quote, "And we kept everything professional, but something's changed." Now the whole premise of the video is a heist to rescue Speak Now Taylor from the vault. And you know that Taylor calls all her re-recorded bonus tracks from the vault tracks. Now once again, Taylor wrote and directed this music video, and she said on Instagram that she wrote this video treatment over a year ago. She said, quote, "I really wanted to play out symbolically how it's felt for me to have the fans helping me reclaim my music." So yeah, Taylor, Presley, and Joey represent us, the fans, in this video. But now I'm finally getting to the real Easter eggs. Let's start at the beginning of the music video and dive into the visuals. Now the music video was filmed in Liverpool at locations which were also recently used in Robert Pattinson's The Batman movie. Now we see that the date on screen is July 9th at 1:38 a.m. Now July 9th is a reference to the lyrics in Last Kiss, but instead of using the time 1:58, it says 1:38. Now my guess is that's maybe just because the heist takes, 20 minutes to rescue Taylor. As Joey steps out of the van, we get a close-up of just Taylor's mouth, which some people think looks a little bit like the 1989 album cover or the Style music video. But then again, there are close-ups of Taylor's just mouth and red lips in the Look What You Made Me Do video when she's talking on the phone. So is it a reference to one or the other, or maybe both? We see Presley as the woman in the chair, the brains of the operation. She has 3 stars on her cheek, representing that they're rescuing Taylor's third album, Speak Now. Also, Presley was dressed as a star in the Mean music video. Presley's also rocking bleached blonde hair, dark makeup, and chunky rings that give heavy Reputation vibes. Now on the surveillance cameras in the van, there's a row at the top that all have the same thing on them. It's very hard to kind of figure out what that is. At some angles it sort of looks maybe like some hearts, but the colorization there is blue. So a whole row of blue video screens with the same thing on them kind of gives 1989 vibes. Now I know some people thought the 052220, whatever the number is on the equipment, was significant, but you'll see that number change throughout the video, so I personally don't think there's any deeper meaning there. Now when Joey tries to punch in the code, she gets shocked like Electric Touch, which is the vault track on Speak Now, Taylor's version. Then a purple light comes from inside the door, and purple is obviously the color associated with this album, and you'll see it a lot in this video. Then we see Taylor locked in her vault with lyrics written on her arm like she used to do when she was on tour back in the day, and it's the lyrics to Long Live. Now she's worn many gold dresses throughout the years, but this is the same gold dress and black boot combo she wore on the Speak Now tour, also complete with the 13 on her hand and the curly hair. She also looks like she has painted nails that look black like Reputation, but the color grading and lighting of the scene kind of make it hard to exactly tell, because sometimes, blue looks black too. Now on the walls, you'll see lots of tally marks. Now I'm not about to sit and count every one of these tally marks, and I doubt they show you enough of a full shot of each wall so that you actually could get an accurate count, but my guess of what these tally marks represent, obviously because when you're stuck in a cell or whatever, you usually will keep track of the days, is maybe how many days since Speak Now originally came out back in October 25th, 2010, leading up to July 7th, 2023, which would be like 4,638 days or something like that. I googled it. But the other option here is that maybe it's the number of days since her masters were sold and she lost ownership, which was 2019. Now, like I said, purple is very much a theme throughout this video, and it's the color of the lasers that Joey makes her way through. Now, she looks like a badass here, and it's pretty standard for any heist scene to have a scene like this where you're moving in and out of lasers, but Swifties have figured out it's very reminiscent of a sketch Taylor did when she played the iHeartRadio Music Festival in 2014 in support of what album? 1989. Also, the way that Joey blows the powder is very much like Taylor in that sketch, as well as Selena in the Bad Blood music video. Joey then enters a room with tons of Taylor's old outfits, instruments, and other things from the Speak Now era. Now, I'm not going to go into each one by one because there's a ton of outfits and things in here, but some of the things you'll see include Speak Now tour outfits, obviously, the balcony that she floated above the sky with, Love Story. That was also in the Bejeweled music video. We have the Back to December tour dress and piano, the red guitar that's featured in the live shot on the Speak Now Live CD and DVD. There's the pink dress with the blue belt from the cover art of Speak Now when it was released as a single, as well as the white ruffled dress from the Mean music video and cover art. Now, we could go on here forever, but I will spare you of that. I'm sure someone has a breakdown of it all, but I'll show some also here on screen. But the way that these outfits and things are displayed in these cases is very much like the visuals that you'll see on stage currently during the Eras tour when Taylor performs Look What You Made Me Do. Joey King then passes by the dress she wore in the Mean music video, and there's a picture of her and Taylor in the case, and you'll also see a banjo, which is not exactly like the one from the Mean music video, but it's close enough. I feel like since Joey ends up using it as a weapon and smashing it, I doubt they wanted the real one in there. Now, we then see that Taylor is locked in this vault. Now, the whole vault thing is giving Look What You Made Me Do vibes, obviously, and she's in there with her new photo for Speak Now Taylor's version. That's the only thing that's in there with her. Now, there are 5 guys that end up running towards Joey and Taylor Lautner, and Taylor's 5th album is 1989. Now, this whole fight scene just gives Bad Blood vibes, especially with, the briefcase being used as the weapon. Now, Taylor Lautner gets to show off his martial arts skills because really that's one of the main things you know about him besides acting is that he does martial arts, including him using a bow staff. But the main one that him using this bow staff reminds people of is his SNL monologue when he showed what he'd do to Kanye after the infamous VMA moment to protect Taylor. Now, I will say that there are a few outfits I think in this place that aren't from the Speak Now era that represent other albums she still has left to release her versions of. Correct me if I'm wrong here, but you can kind of spot one in the background here that reminds me of debut album, and it's the hoodie and jeans, which remind me of Taylor's iconic Should Have Said No ACM performance. I really feel like I need them to release this video in 8K so I can zoom in and clearly identify every outfit here, because there's got to be some others in here, right, that maybe aren't Speak Now era? But let's move on from there. After defeating the bad guys, Lautner and Joey head to the vault where we see Taylor put her ear to the vault to listen to them. This is kind of giving me 1989 vibes here when she used to do like this motion right here, and yes, I know this one's very much a stretch and this is just me filming this really late at night delusional. But then we have Taylor Lautner putting the 3 explosives on the vault, with there being 3 for Speak Now, and they even glow purple. Now, I saw a few people mention that when Joey turns on the blowtorch, it's blue for 1989, but that's just how fire is, unfortunately. The hottest fire is blue, and that's what naturally comes out of like blowtorches and stuff, so I don't think that's actually one. But back to, how I mentioned the vault gives people Look What You Made Me Do vibes. Well, the way that Joey is on top of it opening the vault very much looks like what Taylor did in that music video over here. Now, while the blowtorch flame being blue couldn't really be helped, maybe this one is a little more believable, because when they blow the door off the vault and Taylor emerges from it, in there, it kind of ends up turning blue, maybe hinting at 1989 now being the next one stuck in the vault to emerge. Now, as our trio escape, we see all the Speak Now era stuff being destroyed, and the only thing to make it out is Taylor and the new version of Speak Now, obviously besides the other 2 people. So there's no more stolen Speak Now era. They then jump into the van, or should I say getaway car, as they cross a bridge, and you'll see on that bridge is a sign that says 1-9-8-9 TV, hinting that 1989 Taylor's version will be the next release, which people have been thinking for a while, and it's kind of supported lately by the picture she posted for the 4th of July with, the Polaroids and the 4th of July party. But also, we have her crossing a bridge. Now, people have been saying that they think that maybe that looks like New York in the back, but they did film this in Liverpool, so I don't know. We'll see, but maybe it is Welcome to New York vibes. But also I just like that she's crossing a bridge because we know Taylor's the queen of riding bridges. There is another Taylor music video that ends with her kind of running away in a getaway car, which is Wildest Dreams off of 1989, which also just may be a wild coincidence. But yeah, another jam-packed music video from Taylor Swift with Easter eggs and references. I don't know if it's as many as previous videos lately, but it's still a good amount, and that's some of the stuff that I spotted and that some of you spotted that I saw online. But I gotta know, what do you think is coming next, 1989 or Reputation? I think you know where my vote's gonna go for this one, but I feel like she's been teasing them equally, right? I don't know. Let me know all your thoughts down below though on which one you think is coming next, what you think of this I Can See music video, and what you think of the song. Do you like it? What's your favorite vault track? I gotta know. But after that, you can hit that subscribe button because I'm always here decoding Taylor Swift music videos and other things. I talk about movies and TV and stuff if you like that. And you can check out more of my other decoding videos right over here. But as always, I'm Lisa. Thanks for hanging out with me and listening to me ramble. I'll see you next time.